Good evening. This is the post-game press conference for the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 Asian Qualifiers Group B game between Japan and China. Team China beat Team Japan 106-73. Please note that this press conference is also on Zoom, and you can ask your questions to the players and coaches. May I ask you to please mute your microphones and only remove the mute when you're asking the question. Please state your full name and the company you are presenting. China team coach Fan Du and Ray Zhao have joined us. The press conference will be conducted in English. Coach Feng Du, can you give us your comments about the game?
首先窗口期的第二场比赛，我觉得队员第二场比赛的整个的精神面貌非常不错，特别是昨天在比赛结束以后回到酒店，还是给队伍开了一个会，还是让大家因为第一场比赛赢了以后不要有任何的松懈，因为毕竟日本队是一个非常好和强劲的对手然后又换了新的教练，有很多优秀的球员，所以希望第二场比赛大家投入更200%的状态来准备第二场的比赛。可以看到第二场比赛，我觉得大家在这个攻防两端都真的是按照教练组之前所布置的执行力包括这个战术的意图都是非常不错的。在这个攻防两端都体现出了比较好的战术素养然后这也是在这个好几年了吧中国男篮这个得分上百的这个次数都是有限的所以说今天得到106分跟大家在攻防两端的这个努力是分不开的，所以在这里也感谢所有的运动员这个的辛勤付出，感谢教练团队、工作人员、保障团队，还有中国篮协，还有我们祖国在后方对我们这支队伍的这种关心和保障这个谢谢大家。
First of all, this is a comment from Coach Du Feng. And firstly, this is the second game for the window one. First of all, I'm going to see that from the image of the spirit of players, I think it's pretty good. I give a credit about that. And secondly, yeah, actually, after yesterday's game, when we're coming back, actually, we have a short meeting. The intention for the meeting, I just want our players to stay focused because for the Japan team, they have their perseverance. They have a strong fighting spirit, and especially they're now the change new coach. That means that they are just put more effort on the game. That's why I told our players when we play for a second game, we must put our 200% of the energy and effort on the game. As you can see for today's game, for the both ends, actually well execution, and also for the strategy-wise, and you can see they are well execution, and means the coach intention what they want to do, and they actually trying to deliver that one to the game. So as I can see, this is give credit a good ability of a well execution of the strategy. So historically, and that's limited time, especially for Team China now that Japan over the 100 points, and today is one of this history, and I think. First of all, I'm gonna have to thank for all the athletes of all the efforts, and second about coach group, and also all the working staff accompany with the team. Also, thank you for the CBA Federation. For course, the most importantly is about our homeland, which is behind us, but supporting us all the time. Thank you.
Thank you. Ray Zhao, can you also give your comment about the game?
首先感谢国家体育总局和中国篮协给我这个机会，能够再一次让我回到国家队。然后也是感谢我的主教练，然后还有中国男篮全体教练组们给我这个机会，信任我，把我重新带回到国家队。感谢我的队友在场上相信我，给我传球，给我这么多的机会，让我去证明自己，所以说我才能今天得这么多分。这两场球比较困难，因为我们从国内来到这边，所以说路途很辛苦，所以说我们也是做好了很多的困难准备，然后后方也有很多人去在帮助我们，保障我们这个团队，所以说一切都很不容易吧。这两场球虽然说是打完了，但是我觉得我们还能做得更好吧。 对方也有很多好的地方，我觉得其实我们去学习，所以说更多的问题需要在后面的训练中去解决，所以说我们会一点一点做到最好，然后把缺点，然后也一点一点去弥补。对。
First for the comments about player Zhao Rui, and thank you so much for the Sports Bureau, and also thank you so much for the federation because of them that I can coming back to Team China. Also, thank you so much for Coach Du Feng as head coach of Team China, also as a coach group, because all you guys has gave me the support and trust me. That's why I can again represent China and wear this jersey and play the games. Also, I give all the credits to my players because of them selfishly and passing the ball to me. Get a lot of excellent assists, and that's why I can score a lot by myself today. And in fact, for these 2 games, I think it's tough games. As you can know, it's a long trip, especially after COVID-19 pandemic period of time. And we do a lot of actually the preparations, even for the mini camp for a short period of time. But thank you all for the also sporting team. They are just excellent, just trying to make this team operation smoothly. Even though, as I said, it's tough, but anyway, we'll win the game with a strong spirit. But of course, during the game time, there was a lot of problems arising. So I think for us, just I think for the following games, we have to make an analyzing about that part. Little by little, can make an improve the part. The Zoom, which is can improve, and we're trying to focus on detail and make it better for the future games. Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. We have one question from Coach Feng Du from FIBA Basketball. What is one thing you feel that the team has done well over the past two teams this weekend?
第一个是来自于非法的问题，Well 的官方问题是在于说这2场比赛过程中，您觉得哪一个点是您觉得是比较让您印象比较深刻的啊，或者说比较好的？
我觉得从19年底，20年我接任这个新一届中国男篮以来，这个新的一个队伍有很多年轻的队员，我觉得通过这2场比赛可以看到，也找回之前中国男篮的这种拼劲儿和这种精神态度，还有大家的这种团结努力奋斗的这种精神，这个是老一辈前辈们一直这个传承下来的，所以我觉得这2场比赛真的体现出这一帮年轻小伙子在这个环节当中做的是非常棒。
At the end of 2019 and also beginning of 2020, and I took over this job as a head coach of Team China again. As you can see, actually at that time, more young roasters, younger players as coming to join the team. And you all can see that one. Also, you can find out that one of the things for Team China, which is we're looking back, and we find out back, first of all, it's about this spirit of the fighting, and second is about this ability of putting all the efforts. This actually is the heritage, which is before, which is formed by the elder generation ancestor, and now is delivered and carried to the younger generations. I think this is the one point as well done for the 2 games. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Now we'll take questions from the media. Any questions in English? Questions from Mr. Nagatsuka from Basketball King.
Hi, Kaz Nagatsuka from Basketball King. I have a question for Coach Tu Feng. First off, congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you.
And obviously, you guys, China and Japan have played so many times in the past, and most recently, you guys swept Japan in the Asian Cup qualifying in June. But through these 2 games in Sendai this time, Japan is playing under new head coach Tom Hovers. What kind of impression did you get out of these 2 games about Japan? Thank you.
首先，感谢你的祝贺。这2场比赛来说，我觉得这个日本队因为是新换了这个教练，然后呢，这个也是在对队员新的队伍这个在一个考察和一个适应的过程，可能这个接队的时间也并不是很长，因为这个教练是非常优秀的教练，也知道大家在过去的这个今年的东京奥运会上。这位教练这个率日本女篮获得了奥运会银牌的这个历史上最好的成绩，所以这个也可以看到在短期的这个过程当中，日本男篮还是在这个打球的这个外线的投篮的能力上，然后防守的强度包括转换的速度这方面都做得非常好。我也相信通过这个优秀的教练继续带队的这种过程当中，日本男篮也会越来越好。
First of all, thank you so much for your congratulations. Among these 2 games, in fact, because Japan right now in the transition of the new coach, and I think from his new coach perspective, he's more do the observation of this young roster or new rosters, and also to see how can he during the transition time do his adjustment. As you all know, this coach is actually just for the past Olympic Games in the Tokyo, and he got a silver medal leading the female team of the Japan and get the best results from the history. So, as you can see, even a short period of time, for he just took over as the head coach of the male team. But 3 perspectives. First of all, 3 points, the more accuracy, the field goal, and then about this defense intensity, and also you can see about the transition speed. In fact, this is the tremendous job, which is even short period of time, he just make the Japan level 18 to a new level. I think as the time goes by and the more time this new coach coaching the team Japan, the better results the team Japan will be get.
Thank you. We'll take one more question. Question from Wang. Wang, can you unmute your microphone and ask a question?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, yes. Congratulations to the Chinese team, Mr. Du Feng. And this question, I have 2 questions actually. The first is Zhou Qi was the only Chinese player that did not play today. So what's the condition of his injury because he did not play? And the second is Japan has 3 major players playing overseas did not come for this match. What happened if they played in this match? Do you think still that China can win by this margin if the 3 Japanese players from overseas came? Thank you very much.
OK， 首先这个第一个问题，周鹏的情况，周琦的情况，不好意思，周琦的情况，这个他脚踝有扭伤，右脚踝，其实可以看到，其实他还是有些这个脚踝有些肿胀的，但是为了这个球队的这个集体的这种利益和这个祖国之上的这种精神，他还是带伤坚持了今天这个比赛，虽然没有上场也是考虑到这个想让他有一个健康的身体，不想让他这个伤病加重，所以没有让他最后上场。但是他的这种精神是值得我们所有队伍和队员去肯定和这个感谢的，也在这里代表教练组感谢周琦从澳大利亚那么远回来，跟队伍来会合，参加这2次窗口期的比赛。 第二个问题呢，日本队是有3个这个主力球员这次没有参加这个比赛，他们也是因为肯定各自的这个联赛吧，但是我相信这个3个队员来了以后，肯定会在给日本队带来很多的这个能量，但是如果3个队员回来，最终跟中国队的比赛会打成什么样，要这个等待他们下次回到队伍当中打过才知道。谢谢。
Well, this is 2 questions. That's the last one, right? And the first question is about the Jochi's condition. As you know, the Jochi actually now twisted for the first game and twisted the right ankle. And now for today's symptom, his ankle still is swallowing. But I gave most of the credits for player Jochi because he considered, first of all, the benefits of the team, also holding the principle and honoring the country as a priority. And I give credits about that part. So for today's game, actually, I'm just concerning that when I give him more minutes to play, it might put his symptom to the worst scenario. That's why I'm just holding his minute and not let him to play. But all in all, I want to say thank you so much for Jochi's his spirit because in this tougher moment, especially for the pandemic, he's still honor for the country's benefits, and that's why he from the Melbourne of the Australia and just joined the Sunday here with the team together play these 2 games. I give credits about him. For the second questions, and you're asking for the 3 major players of for the Japan team didn't play. Yeah, I think if they coming back and join the team, for sure they're gonna just bring more energy to the Team Japan. But for the scenario you're just asking, what kind of situation will be after they join the team and play against us, or whether have this such a huge margin or not, I think only the game will tell that one. So we'll see when we play the game against them. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Feng Du and Ray Zhao. This is the end of the first part of the press conference. We'll be back soon with Team Japan. Welcome back to the second part of this post-game press conference. We now have with us Japan head coach Tom Hovis and Luke Evans. Coach Tom Hovis, can you give us your comment about the game?
Yeah, second day in a row, we just didn't start well. We didn't, I think we just made some mistakes, and I didn't feel like the defensive pressure and the fire was there for us at the beginning, which is a little disappointing. Again, just like yesterday, I felt like we started turning it around in the second quarter a little bit. But at this level, when you're when you're outsized that much against a really good team like China, you have to give it everything you got for 40 straight minutes, or it's going to turn into a game like today.
Thank you, Coach. Luke Evans, can you please give us your comments?
I think, like Coach said, it was a tough start to the game, and it's hard to bounce back when you start slow like that. So I think I guess we got to look at it as a learning experience to learn to come from the beginning and not get hit first without responding. We got to try to be the ones that hit first.
Thank you. We have 2 questions to Coach Tom Hovis from FIBA Basketball. The first one is, what has been one area of the game that you've been positive about so far with your players from this window?
I think some of the younger players have stepped up, and I like their hunger. Nishida's been playing great, and he's just, yes, I'm going to do it. Whatever you want me to do, I'm going to do it type attitude, which is fantastic. And today, Terashima had a great camp as well. And I really like his energy. He's a very positive player, very fast, physical. So there are some interesting young players that I think we can really take some positives out of. We scrapped too. We had 14 offensive rebounds, just a little undersized. And I saw some spots where our style was coming through a little bit, but it just wasn't enough.
Thank you. What's the most pressing issue that you feel the team needs to address?
You guys have a little time for this? No. We just need to play. We just need to practice more. We have to get together. We had 6 full 5-on-5 practices. We didn't have any games. I'm not making excuses. I thought we had a very good camp, but when you face a team like China, who has played together for a while, and they're very good, I don't know if 6 days prep is enough. We just need to get together a little bit more and define players' roles, and have the players get a little bit more used to what we're trying to do. So we had a couple decent steps in the right direction. We can't let these 2 losses detour us from what we want to do.
Thank you. And we have one question to Luke from FIBA Basketball. Representing the national team in front of your own fans is always an honor and a pleasure. How were the fans being in Sendai over this weekend, and how big of a boost were they for your team?
I mean, yeah, it was an honor to come in here and get to play in front of the home crowd. So it's just always helps when you have like your own fans behind you, picking you up and cheering you on. So I think it's big, and it's just an honor to get to play in front of the home crowd.
Thank you. Now we'll take questions from the media. Any questions in English? Mr. Nagatsuka?
Hi, Kaz Nagatsuka, Basketball King. I have a question for Coach Tom.
Hi, Kaz.
Hi. It's actually a 2-part question. First one is that, you have told us that you wanted to play fast, outpacing your opponents, but you guys, these 2 games, you guys scored 21 points combined on fast breaks.
Yeah.
What do you make out of it? And my second part is question is that both these games the team got off to a pretty bad start.
Yeah.
To say the least. What do you think? What the reasons are behind it? Thank you.
So the first part, trying to get into transition basketball, you have to get stops and rebounds, and we didn't get enough stops today. Not even close. They shot a very high percentage. The rebound numbers look okay for us. We had 14 offensive rebounds, but the reality is they made a lot of shots, so they didn't have an opportunity to get offensive rebounds, and we missed a lot and had an opportunity to get a lot of rebounds. So the the offensive rebound percentage, I would be interested to see. So, yeah, if you don't get stops, you can't really push the pace. What was the second part, Kaz? I'm sorry.
About your
Oh, the
like
starts.
bad start of the game.
Yeah, the starts. It's surprising to me. We talked a lot about it today. We had an hour-long shoot around. I thought we had addressed a few issues that we were missing in the first game, but the reality was we couldn't keep their guards in front of us, and they were getting into the paint. And once it collapsed the defense, it played right into their hands. It was hard to stop. We tried several different on-ball defenses, everything we had in our book. Yeah, so we just couldn't keep containment on a lot of their guards, and they made us pay for it. And once they got rolling, and then we missed a couple threes. We missed a couple layups in the first quarter, which I think would have helped us a little bit with momentum a little bit, but yeah, 2 bad starts in a row was a little bit surprising.
Thanks, Tom.
Yep.
Thank you. Question from Mr. Aoki.
Takashi Aoki of Japan. Coach, are you concerned about the guard quickness? Today, China's guard looked quicker than Japan's guard. Do you agree that, or just the game?
I don't think it. We have really quick guards. I think it's the. I'm not concerned with the quickness. I think that the driving that they do, it's very physical. They're not getting around us on the first or second dribble. It's more of 1-2 dribbles, and then they use their they just use their physical play, and they hit us in the paint, and we kind of lose our balance. I don't think it's that, but we definitely need to find some guards that can stop the ball. And I think Terashima is a strong point guard. He plays good D. I think Saito did a good job as well yesterday. I'm not concerned. Actually, the point guards, that's why I had 3 point guards yesterday and three different ones today, because I felt that the level is very high at that position. And I wanted to see, there were 4 of them who haven't had any national team experience, so I wanted to see how they would respond to this. And I think Terashima did a good job. Kishimoto wasn't bad. He didn't hit his shots, but he wasn't bad. He's a good on-ball defender as well. Yeah, so I don't have a concern about that. We definitely need to work on staying in front of the ball, though.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next one will be the last question from Mr. Shibata.
Hello, Coach. My question is for Coach Tovas,
Yep.
Hovas. So my question is, so after watching 2 games, especially the young guys stepping up,
Yeah.
how are you optimistic about not only playing in the World Cup but making it to the final rounds?
After getting beat like we just did, I need to. I take losses hard, so I need to look at the video and try to. I need to work with the staff and try to figure out what we can do to improve. There are some good things. There are definitely some good things we're going to take away from this, but we need to really regroup during this time before the second window. I don't think I'm going to invite as many players as I did this time. We need to really concentrate on getting more of our basketball in a short period of time. So with who I feel are going to be some of the main players. So yeah, I think we just need more time together. And I need time to figure out, to try to look at some of the positives.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Coach Tom Hovis and Luke Evans. The post-game press conference is officially over.
Thank you.